Okay, we're back.
All right.
Hopefully you guys, I had that AJ thing played for you guys a little bit while we waited. This way you would know. But AJ Roberts, Danielle Colby up right now, 137.8, 62.5. Opening town bench. Looks nice and easy.
Nice push, and lift is good.
Good lift, 3 whites.
Columbi from Arizona.
As you notice in the bench, there's no supportive gear besides wrist wraps at all, if you can call that supportive gear. For those of you who don't know, the rules of the bench are quite simple. Once the bar is handed off, there's a start command. Head judge gives a start command. Bar is brought down to their own kind of, brought down to their chest, so all motion on their chest stops. When all motion on their chest stops, then you get a press call, and the press comes up. As the press call comes up, bar has to stay in one steady motion, can't stop, but the bar can't come back down at all. It's got to be an even lockout. There can be slight unevenness, but it's got to be pretty much, there's only a slight variation to that.
The platform is ready for Ashley.
So right now we have Ashley Paez, 143, 65 kilos.
Nancy Soraya on deck. Nikki Crepetto in the hole.
Nancy Soraya is on deck. Nikki Crepetto's on deck.
Press that out with no problem, and your judges say.
Good lift.
All right, let's welcome Nancy Soraya onto the platform. 143 pounds on the bar. Nikki Crepetto on deck with Ellen.
Bar goes to 143, 65 for Nancy Soraya.
All right, 143 pounds on the bar for Nancy.
Nikki's on deck, Ellen's in the hole, and Bernice is 4 out. This is our Flight A, Day 1. The Fit Expo, USPA American Cup.
Picture perfect for Nancy, and the judges agree.
Sorry about that. We're gonna try.
Once again, after the handoff, we need to move to the left. Got to keep this live stream rolling for our man Tony Pastorella. Over 2,500 viewing right now online. So spotters, handoff, move to the left. Platform is ready right now.
Platform's ready for Nikki. Open up at 148.
Stein coming up next. Bernie's
Being
coached in the hole.
Being coached by Mr. Cartwright himself.
Nikki ready to move, 149 pounds right now.
Nikki went 2 for 3 in the squat. She missed her first squat just on a technical, came back and got her second and third. Gonna start off the bench right here. Oh, let's see. Got a good lift. She's got it down quick, kind of bounced a little bit right down there, but got the press call, so still good. Bar 165, 75 kilos for Ellen Stein.
Oh yeah.
So I think they're kind of telling a little bounce a little bit right there.
I'm talking about Ellen Stein.
Matter of fact, they just talked to Haas about that, so just there was a little bit of bounce on that. But they didn't call it, but they're just kind of telling them, hey, you're gonna get called if you continue to do it. So sometimes that happens. Judges see something, they think they see it, they err on the lifter, especially on the open attempt. They might say something to the coach and say, hey, this, that, but they're gonna be looking for it for next time. Ellen Stein with a suicide close grip, 6 years old, lifting a 132-pound class, just smoked that 165. Bar goes to 203, 92.5 for Bernice Foose. Bernice out of Canada. Veteran lifter, 57 years old, lifting a 165-pound class.
All right, rolling right along. Successful lift and a world record. Another one in the books for Ellen Stein. Bernice Fuss, our next lifter, with Angela Adams on deck. Carlos Cerati in the hole. 204 pounds on the bar for Bernice right now. All right, the platform is ready for Bernice Bush. Angela Adams coming up next with Carlos Zarate in the hole.
Bernice Fuss up right now, 57 years old.
Ready for another display of Canuck power.
203-pound open attempt. Nice and easy.
Straight up and down, judges, they agree. 3 white lights. Nice lift for Bernice.
Bar goes at 214, 97.5 for Angela Adams. Carlos Zarate's in the hole.
Sorry, Carlos Zarate on deck. Tara Green in the hole. Angela opening up with 215.
Angela Adams up right now, opening up with 214, 97.5. Lifting in a super heavyweight pound.
All right, the platform is ready right now for Angela. Once again, Carlos coming up next with Tara Green in the hole. All right, Angela, just like your last squat attempt, let's knock it out. Up and down and 3 white lines.
Bar goes to 220 for Carlos Zarate. 100 kilos. Carlos Zarate, 220, 100 kilo. 22 years old, lifting a 148-pound class. Easy.
Automatic.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Right there. Judges red line. Tara Green, our next lifter.
I think he started whacking a little too soon.
We've been together enough that you're supposed to anticipate when I'm about to say something stupid. For Tara Green.
Bars loaded for Tara Green, 242. On that last one, the reason why Carlos missed that, he
Looking to keep that fire alive right out of the bench press.
he brought it back a little too soon before he got the rack command. It was easy, he can come back and get it. Tara Green, 242, 110 kilos. Easy, perfect. Good bench right there. Oh, I don't know what happened.
Green, a 2-1 split saying no lift.
I don't know what happened on that one.
All right, we're going to close out the first attempts with James McCabe right now.
Wow. They saw something. I didn't see it.
We've got Danielle Columbia on deck. Ashley Paez in the hole. But with 260 pounds on the bar, let's
maybe
welcome
butt.
that 132-pound lifter, James McCabe.
I don't know. I still didn't see it. They saw something.
James at 132 pounds was squatting some silly weight.
I just rewatched the video again. I didn't see it. So.
And he's moving some metal once again in the bench press, opening up with 260 pounds.
James McCabe, 259, 117.5, 132. James will be finishing up our attempts.
Nicely done, James.
He's a strong guy, I tell you that. Squatted 500 pounds at 132, now just benched 250. Strong guy. Bringing the bar back down, 67.5 for Daniel Columby. 148 pounds with Ashley on deck and Nancy in the hole. Second attempts, flight A. Day 1, USPA American Cup here at the Los Angeles Fit Expo.
All right, Danielle Cullen for 149 pounds on the bar.
Daniel Columby, 148, 67.5.
Danielle looking to go 2 for 2 right now on the bench press.
Easy. Good lift. Bar goes to 70, 154 for Ashley Piaz.
54 pounds, and welcome back, Ashley Piaz. Ashley, our next
Nancy on deck,
coming up next,
and Nikki in the hole. Ellen Stein is 4 out.
Ashley Kohler for 155 on the bar. Coming your way out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. And looking to go 2 for 2 right now to bench press with Miss Ashley on the platform.
Still going, still fighting. Ah, that's a fight. Let's see what they give her. Oh, 2-1 on a grinder like that. That's tough. Bar goes to 72.5, 72.5, 159 for Nancy. Nikki's on deck, and Ellen's in the hole.
On deck, and Ellen Stein in the hole. Nancy calling for 160 pounds on the bar.
That's going to be a tough one to repeat for Ashley.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our lifters right now the bench press. No supportive gear other than wrist straps.
Good lift for Nancy.
Nikki Kripata looking to move 165 pounds.
Bar goes to 165, 165 for Nikki Kripata. Ellen Stein on deck, and Bernie's Fuss in the hole.
Nikki ready to go 2 for 2 right now on the bench press. Lifting out of Sacramento, California, ladies and gentlemen. The 132-pound weight class, Nikki Kripata.
Looked easy there.
No problems for Nikki. And the
good lift.
Agree with 3 wide lights. All right, Ellen Stein coming up to the next platform. Bernie's Fuss on deck with Angela Adams in the hole. Once again, we mentioned Ellen Stein And world record.
Bar goes 176, 80 kilos. Ellen Stein lifted in a 132-pound class. World record attempts, 60 years old. Ellen Stein.
She's a certified instructor and ready to give us a class right now. Ladies and gentlemen, once again into the world record books with Ellen Stein.
Easy.
Judges say 3 wide lines for Ellen. We'll welcome Bernie Fuss back to the platform.
Bar goes 214, 97.5 for Bernice Fuss. Angela on deck, Carlos in the hole, and Tara is 4 out.
15 pounds on the bar. Once again, Angela Adams on deck, Carlos Cerati in the hole. Right now, looking for a raw bench press of 215 pounds. Welcome back, Bernice Fuss.
Bernice Fuss. Doesn't get any easier than that. Good lift. Bar goes to 102.5 for Angela Adams. 226, 102.5.
All right, next on the platform, Angela Adams, our next lifter, with Carlos Cerati on deck and Tara Green in the hole. Angela coming your way out of Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Elite class lifter, multiple world records, national records.
.226, 102.5 for Angela Adams.
With the bench press. Judges say
no lift. Little unevenness.
Uneven extension for Angela, but she's in the game already. She's got one more attempt on the way. We'll welcome Carlos Cerati back to the platform. Carlos, our next lifter, calling for 242 pounds on the bar. Tara Green on deck. James McCabe in the hole. Platform is ready for Carlos.
Bar goes to 242, 110 kilos for Carlos Zarate. Missed it on his last attempt.
Carlos knocking out some lightning fast squats earlier today. Looking to keep it rolling right now with 242 in the bench press.
Look good. Let's see what they say. Good lift. Way to come back and get that. Bar goes to 120, 264 for Tara Green. Tara missed it her first attempt at 110. Missed 242. Opted to go up to 264 on her second attempt.
Tara moving some serious metal in the squats.
Let's hope that that gamble pays off.
And right now, with 265 pounds on the bar, Tara looking to do the same in the bench press.
Tara Green. See if the gamble paid.
And your judges say,
Good lift.
No doubt about that.
Bar goes to 122.5, 122.5 for James McCabe. He'll be finishing up our second attempt. Danielle Colby will be on deck. Ashley will be in the hole.
Let's get James McCabe back on the platform. Danielle Colby on deck with Ashley Paez in the hole. 270 pounds on the bar right now for James McCabe. Insane squatting display today. And getting it done to bench press as well. All the way.
Looks good. Good lift.
Right, lights.
Bar goes back down to 70 keys, 70 keys.
On a tear today.
For Danielle Colby. Ashley Paez is on deck, and Nancy is in the hole.
Danielle Colby, our next lifter. Ashley Paez on deck. Nancy Soraya in the hole.
Bringing the bar back down.
Tony Pastorella doing the call, the play-by-play online. Tony, how many we got joining us right now? Last check, we had over 2,500 on the World Wide Web. 3,000 joining us live online right now. Ustream.com. That's the letter U. Stream.com. Our friend Tony Pastorella with the play-by-play online.
Tuck your tuna.
All right, ready to go. 3 for 3.
Danielle Colby coming up right now, 154, 70 keys. Two for two in the bench so far for Danielle. She ends up in a perfect day in the bench. Looks good. Let's see. Good lift. Bar stays the same for Ashley. Nancy on deck, Nikki on the hole, and Ellen Stein is 4 out. It's our last and final attempts of the bench for Fly Day. Unless we have any fourth attempts. Ashley had a grinder on this, her last attempt. Gonna take it again. Hopefully didn't tire her out too much. Come back and get this.
All right, Ashley, let's move some metal right now.
Ah, dang it. Come on. A better, but she missed the start command. Yeah.
Just say no lift, however.
She missed the start command anyways. God, you get so wrapped up in your mind because you want to get the weight so bad that you forget the commands. Gotta have that just so ingrained in your mind. You can't let that be the reason why you miss. You bust your butt training for so many weeks and you let the start command take away what you want in the meet. That's just, especially if it comes down to it. Gotta keep your wit about yourself. You cannot just, let your mind go.
3 for 3 in the bench.
Nancy Soraya coming up right now with 165, 75 kilos. When we're done with these attempts, we're going to go right into Flight B. Just enough break to...
Come on, Nancy!
No, take it. Just enough break to change the judges. So. Nikki Carpetta's coming up right now.
Nikki Carpetta back to the platform. Ellen Stein on deck with Bernie's Fuss in the hole.
Platform's ready. 80 kilos, 176.
Coming your way out of Sacramento, California, ladies and gentlemen. Nikki also on fire today. Ready to move 177 pounds raw in the bench press.
Nope. A little up and down, though.
Just out of the groove.
Just a little bit.
Nonetheless for Nikki Carpetta.
She got her lift in. We'll see her pull. Bar goes to 85 kilo. Ellen Stein's up, 187. Going to try to break her own record that she just set. Bernice on deck. Angela in the hole.
Ellen's already set a couple world records today. And looking to add to those world records right now. Ellen calls for 188 pounds on the bar. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know nothing else about powerlifting, you need to know Ellen Stein is one of the living legends of the sport. She is proudly sponsored by Vitargo. Lifting out of NYC, Ellen Stein.
Grind through. All fight right there. Good lift.
Simply the best, Ellen.
Bar goes to 100 kilos, 220 for Bernice Fuss.
Welcome Bernice back to the platform. Angela Adams on deck and Carlos Cerati in the hole.
Angela's up, Carlos in the hole. James
220 pounds raw.
is far out, and we're going to be finishing up with Tara Green.
Maybe some wrist wraps. Angela coming up next. Carlos Cerati in the hole. With another display of Canuck power, Bernie's Fuss on the platform. Judges day.
Good lift. Bar goes to 102 and a half, 102 and a half, 226 for Angela Adams.
Angela Adams next on the platform. Angela calling for 226 pounds on the bar with Carlos Cerati on deck and James McCabe in the hole.
Platform's ready for Angela. Angela missed on her last attempt. Come back and finish strong.
Ready. We may have a fourth attempt or two, but we will roll right on to the next flight. Welcoming Angela Adams back to the platform out of Oak Ridge, Tennessee.
That looked good there. See what happens.
And the judges say
good lift. Way to come back and get it.
She's locked in now.
Bar goes to 115, 253 for Carlos Cerati.
4 pounds on the bar. Carlos, our next lifter, with James McCabe coming up next.
James McCabe, and then Tara Green will be our last one. Unless, of course, we have a fourth attempt.
We may have a fourth attempt or two, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that, we're going to roll right on into the next flight. Bahana Dorsis kicks off our next flight.
Carlos Alate is up. Good lift for Carlos. Bar goes to 281, 127.5 for James McCabe.
James McCabe, our next lifter, with 281 pounds on the bar. We got Tara Green on deck. Fourth attempt and a world record attempt at that. Bernie Spuss in the hole.
James McCabe, 127 and a half, 281, third attempt, 2 for 2 so far on this bench. Great job squatting today. Ended up with a 500-pound squat, ended up with a 280-pound bench. No, not today. They got a 122 and a half in a second. We'll see him pull. Bar goes 130. 286. We'll have 1/4 attempt for Bernice.
We roll on directly into the next flight. This is the raw bench press, ladies and gentlemen. No supportive equipment other than wrist wraps. That being the case, Tara Green calls for
286 pounds for Tara Green. She got 120 on her second. No, not today. It's all right, we'll see her deadlift. Bar goes down to 108, 238. This is going to be chipped. For those who don't know what a chip is, it's you can go for a world record, you can beat it by 500 grams, so we just call it a chip. So that's why it's 108, 238.1 pounds.
All right, let's move
so
right now. 238 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. A raw bench press and a world record attempt for Bernie Spuss.
Now, world record attempts are fourth attempts only. You have to be successful after your third attempt. You have to break a world record at least by 0.500 grams or 500 grams, and then, but do not count towards your total. It just means that you're breaking a record. Doesn't count towards your total at all.
Lay down some Canuck power.
Good lift. Yeah, I'd pronounce that a little bit better.
And that's a world record in the books once again for Bernie Spuss.
One of the best announcers of the game said Canuck power, and he said it so violently and fast, it didn't sound like Canuck. I'll let you guys figure out what word he sounded like, but we'll kind of go from there. All right, just going to be changing the...
Joining us, LA Fit Expo, and of course, the American Cup powerlifting.
No break, we're going to go right into it, just enough for change everything off.
Fortress, and of course, Iron Rebel. It is sanctioned exclusively by the United States Powerlifting Association. Hey, gang, I want to take a moment to acknowledge our professionals on the platform today. Tom Bormeister in the blue shirt. Tom, thank you for what you're doing. Spotters and loaders, wearing gray today, but normally part of the big green machine, United States Marines on the platform. Semper Fi, gentlemen.
First attempt, second flight. Platform's being loaded right now for Vahana Dosias, 242, 110 kilos for a 165-pound lifter, 30 years old.
All right, Vahana. Bill Lauder on deck. Richard Aluko in the hole. 242.
Vahana Dosias, 242.
Got a great opener for Vahana Dosias. Difficult for Vahana.
Good lift.
If you blink, you just missed a great lift.
Bar goes to 127 and a half, 127 and a half
Welcome Bill Lauder back
for
to the
Bill
platform.
Lauder.
Bill is our next lifter with Richard Aluko on deck and David Hansen in the hole.
Richard's on deck, David Hansen in a hole, and Wesley Keith is 4 out. $281 on the bar for Bill Lauder. Opening attempt.
Nicely done, Bill, and
Good lift for Bill. Bar goes to 303, 137 out for Richard Aluko. David Hansen on deck, Wesley Keith in the hole, and Channing Doyle is 4 out.
Wesley Keith in the hole.
Richard's lifting in a 181-pound class. He's 39 years old. Richard Aluko up right now, 303, 137 and a half. Looks good. Good lift. Bar goes at 142 and a half, 142 and a half, 314 pounds for David Hansen. Wesley's on deck, Channing's in a hole.
15 on the bar. David Hansen, our next lifter. Wesley Keith on deck with Channing Doyle in the hole. All right, David Hansen making his way to the platform. Some dynamite squats for David. Coming our way out of Lisbon, North Dakota.
David Hansen, 314, 142 and a half. Easy.
Nicely done. Judges agree. Good job for David Hansen. All right, let's bump it up to 330 pounds for Wesley.
Bar goes to 150 for the next two lifters. 330 pounds for Wesley Keith. Channing Doyle's on deck.
Lifter with Channing Doyle on deck and Aaron Palco in the hole.
Aaron Palco's in the hole. And Jesse Bumpus is 4 out. We're in the first attempts right now. Flight B. Men's 181, 198s. 165s to 198s. When we finish the benches, I'll kind of find out some subtotals and see where we have some battles at going into the deadlift. Wesley Keith. Nice and easy.
Not a problem, and the judges agree.
Channing Doyle's going to attempt the same weight, 150, 330 pounds.
All right, let's welcome Channing Doyle back to the platform. Here's the next lifter. Aaron Palco on deck with Jesse Bumpus in the hole. Channing was on fire in the squats earlier today. Looking to keep that flame lit in the bench press right now.
Channing lifted in a 198-pound class.
Currently residing in San Diego. Proudly serving in the U.S. Navy. Ladies and gentlemen, Channing Doyle.
Easy. Good lift.
3 wide lights. Let's keep it right there. Now let's bump it up a bit. All right,
well,
3-6 on the bar for Aaron.
Look who just sat next to me. How special am I?
Bumpus on deck with David Eisenberg coming up in the hole. Aaron Palco calling for 336 pounds.
Look who just sat next to me. Look at this.
David the Beast Douglas for all you guys out there. How are you? What happened on that last squat?
I thought 1 pop down, 2 pops up.
1 pop down, 2 pops up. Is that supposed to happen that way?
No, it's not really supposed to go that way. I'm fine now. I'm hanging in there.
Did you pop a quad? Is that what?
I felt like that. We don't really know what happened, or we're just going to deal with it. It's still just pulsing right now.
Right.
Put some ice, some Tiger Bomb on it, and we're going to keep rolling through.
Sweet.
Still hunting down 2,000 pounds total. That's the mission.
Yeah. So what are you opening up with in the bench?
534, depending on the leg drive in the back and warm-ups, and then 573, and then going for 6. So
600 power raw bench, not too bad.
We'll see what happens.
Good for you.
Yes, sir.
Good for you. You got trying to figure out who's up right now. Jesse Bumpus is up right now, 352, 160 kilos.
Gonna be Jesse Bumpus.
So you have anything else besides this coming up?
Jesse going for 253 pounds on the bar.
Relentless Minnesota. Definitely, that fundraiser meet, it's definitely something that should pay attention to.
Yeah,
We're growing. And that's gonna be my next raw meet, and then prepare for the Olympia. So that's
big numbers there.
Yeah, and my raw numbers went up a lot, so I'm excited and confident for what's going to happen there.
2,400 pounds.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We got some big plans.
Nice. Jesse Bumpus, 352, 160 kilos.
Jesse Bumpus making his way out of Clay, Kentucky.
Opening attempt, 26 years old, lifting into 198-pound class.
All the way up there, the judges say. 3 wide lines.
You've done the Expo a few times, haven't you?
Yes.
This is your second
Good
time?
luck for Jesse with David Eisenberg coming up.
First time
Our next lifter, John Rowland on deck.
Last year was
Aaron Palco in the hole.
bench only raw.
Yeah.
I hit 584, and then now I'm full power. I really want to
just stay with
Let's go right from John Rowland back to the top of the order with Muhammad Dorsey.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of hard to say
So
you're
it's David Eisenberg right now.
I got respect for all lifters.
Oh, yeah, I just met you.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard.
Yeah.
You know.
Just while I still have my youth, I want to get.
Take advantage of it.
I'll be here tomorrow.
David
too,
coming your way out of Corpus Christi, Texas.
Yeah, enjoy that youth. I'd be in the belly for that. Ice stuff.
Yeah.
If you guys have any questions for the Beast, go ahead and post them up. We'll be more than glad to happy to answer to him while he's here. Before he's got to get ready and go back to get warmed up and see how he
Judges
his
say
leg
3
is.
white lines. Getting it done. John Rowland, our next lifter.
There's two in the bank. Well, that's nice.
Yeah, that's
Got to be followed by the top of the order once again with Bahama Dorsis.
Kind of dark.
On deck with Bill Lauder in the hole. John Rowland. Calling for 375 pounds on the bar.
Yeah, we're high tech nowadays. We have picture now.
Yeah.
We're really high tech.
That's nice.
Moved up in the 80s.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome.
2014.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just a regular camera, just like recording. People don't know what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Try to keep everybody up to date what's going
John
on.
Rowland, our 198
Everything
pound
else,
lifter
try
out of
to-
Blaine, Georgia.
Try to bring you
Open up
guys
with the
up.
bench press with
talk to you guys.
375 pounds right now.
Yeah.
Scott Mendelson's just walked over here. I don't know walk, but maybe walk.
I'm walking like him now.
Yeah.
And your judges say that's a good lift for John Rowland.
That's just normal.
Yeah. When you said I squat like Steve Goggins, I'm looking for it. I'm trying to correct that, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah. That's why sometimes that one hip, you get popped a little bit. Coming
Back
up.
to the top of the order with Bahama Dorsis making a second attempt.
That's
Bill
what
Lauder on
inside.
deck, Richard Aluko in the hole.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a bad person.
Bahama calling for 276 pounds on the bar.
Yeah.
He's a bad man.
Yeah. Got a lot
I
of
understand what it went out to
Bahama,
75.
Don't
130
blink
attempts.
or you might miss it.
I think the
Second attempts.
weight cut
He's
killed me a little bit
automatic,
too.
friends.
What's that?
I think the weight
Bill
cut
Lauder
killed me a
coming
little
up
bit too.
next.
If you've never done it before, sometimes, especially dehydrated, which could have caused a problem.
Well, I got down to 273.4.
Well,
Like,
it's
the
a
lightest I've been.
pound lifter out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Bahama Dorsis.
Especially, that looked like that one squat. It looked like it just came off your hip. You really didn't have anywhere to go with it.
Yeah.
You try to get your hip back underneath you, and that's where you pop it.
Yeah.
At least that's what it looked like in watching the video.
Yeah.
It happens. Out of ourselves right now, 275, 125 kilos, second attempt.
All right, gang, Bahama's been automatic so far today. Let's keep it rolling right now.
Everything's going good for you?
276
Yeah.
on the bar.
Problems or anything like that?
Bahama Dorsis,
You know,
on
no
the
technical
platform.
problems.
We've had some technical problems, but you always have technical
Yeah.
problems, you know.
It's like a meat, you know?
Yeah.
You're going through your struggle.
You know, depends on the uploads and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
But need ice now. Wow.
Automatic. And your judges
Get
agree
off
with 3 wide lines.
Bill Lloyd is
We're
up right
welcome
now.
Bill Lauder back to the platform with
137
Richard
and a half,
Aluko on deck.
165-pound
Aaron
class.
Talco in the hole.
Anything you want to say to anybody out there?
Everybody back in MTM, Peace Nation. We got a strong following and relentless.
25-year-old
Relentless, like I say, relentless Detroit.
Where can they get you?
They can go to the Facebook page, and give hope to Kids Foundation, and then you can go
All
on
right,
Facebook,
David
Relentless
Douglas, we need
Detroit.
you back in the warm-up area.
All right, David Douglas got to go.
Somebody from Beast Nation.
That was David Douglas.
Getting called back into the warm-up room. Thanks for sitting down next to us, David. As you heard, he kind of hurt his hip a little bit. Oh, no lift. Caught in my wires. No louder. Richard Elko coming up right now, 160, 150, 330.
Aaron Talco on deck with David Hansen in the hole.
Bars loaded 330, 150 kilos for Richard. Aaron's on deck. David's in the hole. Wesley is 4 out.
Once again, we got Aaron Talco on deck with David Hansen in the hole.
Second attempts right now, about coming to halfway done.
Out of Chicago, Illinois, Richard Aluko.
All chest right there.
Nicely done, and your
Good lift.
fine display as we roll along with
Bar goes to 175, 157.
336 pounds on the bar.
Excuse me, 152.
Aaron Palco, our lifter.
336 pounds for Aaron Palco. David Hansen's on deck. Wesley's in the hole, and Channing Doyle is 4 out. Halfway through.
In the 181-pound class, Buckeye lifter out of Hilliard, Ohio, Aaron Palco next on the platform.
Aaron Palco misses in his first attempt. Oh, he's going to miss it on his second attempt, too.
Just out of the groove for Aaron Palco. He will be back, no doubt about that.
No, don't blame the spotters.
With a third attempt. Let's welcome David Hansen.
You were going to get red lighted on that anyways, my friend.
David Hansen calling for 300.
Come back and get it on your third. You stay tight down there, loosening up. You got nowhere, that weight's going to go where it wants.
Wesley Keith on deck with Channing Doyle in the hole.
If, what will happen, especially if it's a pro invite and there's only so many people, I know that typically if you bomb out in your squat, you're done for the day. But to keep the flight going and to keep everybody in there, so the same timing and everything else, Steve will let them bench if they want to. They don't have to, but they'll let them bench if they want to. It can help you or kill you. Because if you come in bench and you're like, yeah, and you have a good bench and a good deadlift, you should walk out here with a little bit of confidence. But if you go 0 for 6, woo, David Hansen, 347, 257, 257.5.
Problem, and your judges agree.
So I've seen a guy, and I never thought I would see this in powerlifting. I saw a guy go 0 for 9. 0 for 9. Because he bombed out in the full powerlifting meet. Then there was a push-pull. So he was after than a push-pull. He bombed out in the bench, and there was a deadlift only. So he was now on the deadlift only, and he bombed out in the deadlift. 0 for 9. I never thought I would see that. It was incredible.
All right, 353 pounds on the bar for Wesley Keith.
160 kilos, 352 for Wesley Keith. Channing Doyle on deck. Jesse Bumpkus in the hole. David is 4 out. Good lift. And John Rowland will be finishing us off in a second attempt. And moving quickly through these.
With Jesse Bumpus on deck. David Isenberg in the hole. Channing Doyle calling for 375 pounds on the bar.
Bar goes to 374, 374.
Locked on today.
170 kilos for Channing.
Petty officer with the U.S. Navy.
Channing ended up with a great.
That's good because he has been dropping bombs on us already today.
His squat was awesome. Squatted like 688 or something. Now I'll come back. Bench 374.
Show us how it's done.
He's having a good day.
He says,
good lift.
Job's done, Johnny. Nicely done, brother. 3 white lights, and the judges agree. Moving it up to 380 pounds for Jesse Bumpus.
Bar goes at 172 and a half, 380.
Isenberg on deck. John Rowland in the hole.
David's on deck. John's in the hole, and we'll be starting back over Vahana for the third and final attempts of our second flight.
All right, 198-pound lifter out of Clay, Kentucky, Jesse Bumpus.
nowhere to go. Once your elbows get out there like that, that both floors go. Nope. So no lift for David Innsbruck.
Jesse will be back.
He can come try for his second attempt.
Welcome David Innsbruck.
David Innsbruck's up right now, 177 and a half, 391.
With John Rolland on deck. And the top of the order with the third attempts, Bahana Dorsis in the hole. David Innsbruck calling for 392 pounds on the bar.
David Innsbruck, 391, 177.5. Lifted in 181-pound class, 22 years old.
All right, David, we're moving some weight now, brother.
Look good there.
Nicely done. Judges agree with 3 lights.
Very happy with that. He should be.
To close out the second attempts with John Rowland.
Bar goes to 180, 180, 396. John Rowland.
Somewhere.
Bahana Dorsis will be starting us off. Bill Loiter will be on deck.
Bahana Dorsis on deck with Bill Loiter in the hole. Here's your 198-pound lifter out of Gray, Georgia.
John Rowland, 396.
John, I love the smell of ammonia in the morning. And I love the sound of Event Sevenfold. John Rowland, let's move some weight, brother. I mean, let's move some metal.
Oh, easy. Oh. Let's see what they say.
Judges say?
No, 2-1. And that one comes down. He locked it out even, but when that happens like that, man, it's so tough. Because when it comes up even like uneven, that drastic, that one bar shows like it goes down. It's a tough call. It really is. Bahana Dorsis up right now, 127 and a half, 281.
And again, if you blink or you sneeze, you might miss a great lift. Just that fast. All right, we're going to go 3 for 3 in the bench press with Bahana Dorsis. 281 pounds on the bar.
Bahana Dorsis, 281, 127 and a half. Bill's on deck, Aaron's in a hole, and Richard is 4 out. See if we can get someone else. I see a couple other people in the audience.
Lock that out.
That's a grinder. That's a third attempt. Good lift. There ain't nothing left in there. Good job. Bar goes to 137 and a half, 303 for Bill Lauder.
Our next lifter with Richard Luco coming up next. Wesley Keith in the hole. Bill Lauder also having a great day with us today. 165-pound class.
303. Lifter 165.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Lauder.
Nope, that's it. Nowhere for him to go.
There, but a dynamite day thus far for Bill Lauder. Richard Luco, our next lifter.
Richard Luco's coming up around 352, 160.
Pounds on the bar.
160 kilos.
On deck with David Hansen in the hole.
Richard Luco from Chicago, 352.
Richard representing the 312 out of Chicago, Illinois, Richard Luco.
No, quicked it. No. He didn't feel comfortable with the weight. A lot of times guys don't feel comfortable with that weight. They'll quick try to really time that press
Our next lifter.
and try to get it off their chest.
364 pounds on the bar.
Unfortunately,
David Hansen on deck.
that didn't work.
Jesse Bumpus in the hole.
Bar goes to 363, 165. Wesley Keith, David Hansen, Jesse Bumpus is on
Once
in
again,
the hole.
gang, you can tell your friends or text your friends. Powerlifting being streamed live online today and tomorrow at Ustream.com. That is the letter U, stream.com. Tony Pastorelli has the call and play-by-play through the weekend on Ustream.com.
Wesley Keith,
Last check, we
363.
had over 3,000 viewers on the World Wide Web. As we welcome Wesley Keith back to the platform. Wesley ready to give 364. Push it up, Wesley. Push it, push it, push it.
That's a fight, but I don't think they're going to give it to him. Nope.
Stay with that weight. Judges, however.
That's all right. Next time he competes, he'll get that on his second attempt. Bar goes to 396, 369, sorry, 369, 167 and a half.
Jesse Bumpus on deck with Channing Doyle in the hole. David, our 198-pound lifter out of Lisbon, North Dakota.
David Hansen.
Already having a great day. And the deadlift hasn't even started.
And that's where he is a freak.
David owns the deadlift.
That's the thing.
All right, David, let's you and I go 3 for 3 in the bench right now.
You better be beating David by a lot. Nice.
Judges say
Good lift.
that's 3 for 3 in the bench press for David Hansen. All right, with 380 pounds on the bar, we'll welcome Jesse Bumpus back to the platform.
Bar goes to 380, 380.
In the hole.
172 and a half for Jesse Bumpus. These are third and last final lifts for
Lifting out of Clay, Kentucky, ladies and gentlemen, 198-pound competitor, Jesse Bumpus.
no, nowhere to go.
There, but he's in the game, no two ways about that. He will be back in the
Bar goes to 391, 177 and a half for Channing Doyle.
Our next lifter with 392 pounds on the bar. Channing Doyle, the next lifter with David Isenberg on deck. And John Rowland in the hole.
Only a couple more left for this flight, and we'll be going right into flight C. There'll be no break, just enough break to go ahead and change loaders and spotters and judges. That's it, and load the bar. Unless we have a fourth attempt, which we're not getting a lot of successful thirds, so I don't know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 198-pound lifter, petty officer Channing Doyle.
391.3, 177 and a half.
Air warfare specialist. And I say ironically, because he's been dropping bombs on this platform all day. Having a great day, petty officer Channing Doyle. Judges say
Good lift.
All right, we'll welcome David Isenberg back to the platform. David
Bar goes to 402, 182 and a half for David Isenberg. It's 181er. He's going to try to break the 400-pound barrier. Let's get behind him. It's a big barrier to break. Why should I wake up?
Here we go, man. Lifted out of Corpus Christi, Texas. Your 181-pound lifter, David Isenberg.
David Isenberg breaking the 400-pound barrier at 181. Weighed in at 177. It's a big lift for that. Come on. Yep, he's got it. Nice. Smooth. Very good. Good job. I'd be happy too.
All right, let's close out the flight with John Rowland. By the way,
Last lift, same weight.
With Matt Wiedmer, Matt Moore, and Robert De La Rosa. Right now it is John Rowland. John Rowland calling for 402 on the bar. Lifting out of Gray, Georgia.
John Rowland, 402, 187, 120, 182.5. Let's see if they give it to him. Good lift, 2-1. That's good enough. All right, that's the end of Flight B. We're going to right into Flight C as soon as they change the judges, floaters, and platform, and we'll get in there. So, thanks so far for watching. You're watching USPA American Cup at the Fit Expo. I'm Anthony Passarella, host of VPH on Strength Talk Radio. You can check up all our sites and all our interviews on strengthtalk.net. So they're loading it up, and we're going to bring you Flight B in a second. Platform's ready for Matt Wiedmer, 358, 162 and a half, 220 pounds. Close grip bencher. Nice and easy. 358 in the books for Matt. Bar goes to 175, 175, 385 for Matt Moore.
Up to 385 pounds on the bar. Matt Moore, our next lifter. Robert De La Rosa on deck with Eric Fenton in the hole. Calling for 385 pounds on the bar. Robert De La Rosa on deck with Eric Fenton in the hole.
Matt Moore, 385, 175. Yeah, a little off on his squat today. Gonna come back and make it up on his bench. Lifting the 220-pound class. Strong kid. Watched him lift before. Nice and easy.
Good lift. Alliance and a good opening attempt on the bench press from Matt Moore.
Bar goes at 407. 185 for Robert De La Rosa. Eric Fenton's on deck. Benjamin's in a hole. And Luis is 4 out. .407 opening attempt. Oh man.
Robert De La Rosa, and the judges say great opening attempt for Robert.
Bar stays the same.
There at 408 pounds with Eric
For the next two lifters, Eric Fenton on up right now, Benjamin on
Luis Vasquez in the hole.
On deck, and Luis Vasquez in the hole. Matt Quinn is 4 out. Nope. I thought he was out. He is. He is out. As I was calling the lefter, Eric, he was standing next to me. He went out after that squat, so I apologize for that. I'm following the screen, and sometimes it's hard to see the lifters because they're kind of grouped together on who's coming up, so I'm following the screen. And Eric Fenton's out from the squat, so that's not, it's Benjamin going 407, 182 and a half. Benjamin Binciel. Lifting a 308-pound class, 24 years old. Nice and easy.
Welcome, Luis Vasquez.
Bar goes 418, 190.
419 pounds.
Luis Vasquez.
Matt Quinn coming up next. He is on deck with David Ziski in the hole.
I was a highwayman. Along the approach roads I did ride. Sword and pistol by
He is your owner and operator out of Sun City Iron. Out of El Paso, Texas, Luis Vasquez.
Bar stop, but didn't go down. Ooh.
2-1 split. Judges say not quite there. Let's get Matt Quinn up here.
But
Matt can open up with 436 pounds.
Butt came up.
Ziski on deck with Jason Payne in the hole.
he can come back and get that.
Matt Quinn, our next lifter, coming away out of Danville, Kentucky.
Matt Quinn, 435, 197 and a half. Being lifted off by Brandon Lilly, who'll be competing tomorrow. So tune in. USPA Kentucky State Chair. Oh, son of a...
A bit out of the groove from Matt.
No.
Matt.
Gotta know those commands.
As we welcome David Ziski.
Gotta know those commands.
Next lifter on the platform with Jason Payne and Ben Moore.
Good thing. The good thing about him saying take it like that, at least he's not wasting energy trying to press something he's not going to get anyways because he missed command. So that's good. So He can come back, get it easy. Just
that's a token lift for him.
bar goes to 440, 200 keys for Big David Ziske, 308-pounder.
Jason Payne on deck.
David, 28 years old.
Correctional officer, trained by Ed Koo at CrossFit 209, and probably sponsored by Max Muscle out of Stockton. Super training and swollen gorilla. Where's Ziske Nation at? That's what I like to hear.
Oh, easy.
Like I say, a token lift for David Ziske. 3 white lights.
I thought you told him to get out of the way.
To the left, okay? That way you stay out of the head judge's eye. And also, we got our friend Tony Pastorelli doing the live stream on Ustream all weekend. Ustream.com, at last check, had over 3,000 people viewing on the World Wide Web. Tony Pastorelli with the play-by-play through the weekend as well.
Jason Payne, 451, 205.
David Ziske, 3 white lights.
David Ziske, I don't know, I think he got out of the way soon enough, but if not, he smoked that.
452 pounds on the bar. Ben Moore coming up next with Matt Disbro in the hole. Making his way out of Pasco, Washington.
Jason Payne, 451, 205. Oh, nope, something happened.
Out of the groove.
Shoulder, pec.
Just out of the groove. He'll be
Nope.
back. He'll be back.
Something gave. Holden, I wonder if it was
Bump
pec.
it up to 458 pounds for Ben
It
Moore.
pec just tore.
Matt Disbro on deck with T. Popola.
Oh, man. He felt it. Yeah. Yeah, anytime you see that person just kind of give down there, that pec just tore. That's it. Problem is he's out now, and
Recently just totaled just under 1,900 pounds.
that sucks. Well, wish you a speedy recovery, my friend.
Coming your way out of Kansas City, Missouri.
Bar goes to 457, 207
More.
for Big Ben Moore.
Judges say 3 white lights for Big Ben.
Good lift.
Bump that weight up to 480 pounds for Matt Disbro. T. Popola on deck with Jeff Frank in the hole.
Matt Disbro coming up right now, 479, 217 and a half.
Big Matt, a Buckeye lifter out of Hilliard, Ohio. We got some Buckeye powerlifting fans here. Does he eat at Tony Paco's? That's the place. You're training around Toledo, it's got to be Tony Paco's. All right, gang, with 480 pounds on the bar, let's get behind Matt Disbro.
Simple. Simple instructions.
Judges say 3 white lights.
He got that.
Remember our friend T. Popola, right?
Bar goes to 227 and a half, 501.
He was squatting well over 800 pounds. And the T. Popola show continues right now as he's ready to open up on the raw bench press, 501. Again, we've got Jeff Frank coming up next with Mike Cromer in the hole.
T. Popola. Strong, this guy. This guy is strong.
Once again, gang,
He
with the
dive
bench
bombed like
press.
with 804. I mean, dive bombed and able to catch it, change direction, and go. Just
That's it.
nuts strong. Now he's going to show what he can do on the bench. Bench.
Again, another
Incredible.
token attempt.
That's a
And you know the
one
thing's gonna get crazy
strong.
before too long.
Man.
Frank gonna keep it right
Bar
there.
stays the same for
501.
Jeff Frank.
Jeff is our next lifter with Mike Cromer.
Cromer's on deck. Big Dave
Douglas
Douglas.
in the hole.
Opening up with a 242.5 kilo.
Yeah, speaking of crazy weight. Coming out of Shawnee, Kansas. Big Jeff Frank opening up with 501 right now.
Oh, easy.
Once again, if you blink,
Good, 2-1.
Good lift for Jeff.
I don't know what the red light was for.
Again, brother. All right, Mike Cromer.
But someone saw something. I didn't see it, though. Sometimes it's
Mike also calling for 501.
another 501, Mike Cromer.
Platform is ready for Mike with David Douglas coming up next. The Beast will close out the first attempt, and we're back at it with Matt Wiedemer in the hole. Good from this angle.
Good, 2-1.
2-1, they say that's a good lift.
Why? I don't know why the red light. It's hard to see if it's foot or something, but
But right now, let's bump it up to
bar goes to 534, 242.5.
And welcome back.
The only thing I can think that he's red lighting him on is just at that one point you see the bar.
Beast Nation.
The bar becomes uneven, and if they think that bar comes down, I don't know. I'm going to ask him and find out.
Scarlet and Gold, the United States Marine Corps.
Oh, okay. I just saw. He just explained it. It wasn't the unevenness. I would have questioned that. But what he saw, the reason why he got a red light was that when he got a press call, he got pushed. He brought the bar back down again. So kind of as soon as he got the press call, he sunk in his chest and he went. So that's why he red lighted him. So. David Douglas coming off somewhat of a quad injury off the squat. Let's see how much that affects him in the bench. I know he wants over 600 today. We're trying to hit 600 raw.
Beast Nation, where are you at?
Good lift.
3 wide lights.
That's going to affect him. I don't think he'll get 6 today. That leg is affecting him.
The order right now. Second attempts kick off
So,
with Matt Wiedemer. Matt Moore on deck. Luis Vasquez.
I'd play a little more conservative if I was him, just because there's no reason. If you can't drive off that leg drive. So I don't know. I'd probably play a little conservative, just to be on the safe side. No reason to put that leg in if it hurts that bad. You can see him getting off that bench, and it was sore. And I know, hey, you know what? I know, hey, it's a meet. You let it all go. But I would imagine it would depend upon, competition and what's going on. I don't know if there's anybody close to him at 75. I'd have to look at the numbers. I'd definitely be playing the numbers to win, not going for all out, just enough to win.
Nicely done, Matt. We're going to bump it up to 402 pounds for Matt Moore. Matt's our next lifter with Luis Vasquez.
Bar goes to 402.
Robert De La Rosa in the hole.
Sorry, that was me. I muted it. Don't freak out. Got someone come up.
Matt's been on fire
Talking to
thus far
one of my
today.
producers and everything else, making sure we're all set.
Burning, Matt.
Matt Moore, 402,
Metal right out of the
182.
bench press. What's that weight, man?
Nope, not today.
Just out of his groove. Give him a round of applause nonetheless. Let's bump it up to 419 pounds for Luis Vasquez. Got Robert De La
Bar goes
Rosa on
418,
deck with Benjamin
190 for
Benjamin in the
Luis
hole.
Vasquez. Robert De La Rosa's on deck. Benjamin's in the hole. Matt Quinn is 4 out. Second attempts. Last flight will be going
Owner and operator
on to the deadlift.
Sun City Iron. Gang coming your way out of El Paso, Texas, Luis Vasquez.
Across the river deep and wide, where steel and rock meet collide. A place called Boulder on the wild Colorado. I slipped and fell into the wind.
Way to drive that weight, Luis.
No left for Luis.
Robert De La Rosa, our next lifter, with 435 on the bar. Benjamin Benziel coming up next with Matt Quinn in the hole. Robert De La Rosa, your 242-pound lifter out of Jacksonville, North Carolina. That's where Court Street is, right? The Marines know what I'm talking about. All right, with 435, let's move some metal with Robert De La Rosa.
Robert De La Rosa, 435, 197 and a half.
And your judges, agree.
Yeah.
3 white lights.
Just kind of doing some quick math as far as you guys want to know standings. Like for David Douglas, T. Popola's got him by 45 kilos coming into the squat. And their benches are matched almost, maybe about
Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
8 kilos, 9 kilos
LA Fit Expo and the American
off.
Cup Powerlifting.
So
Being sanctioned exclusively
if
by
I
the
was
United
David
States
and if that
Powerlifting Association,
leg was bothering me,
brought to you in part
he's
by
got
Bucky
second place
Fortress.
kind of locked up.
Iron Rebel.
Let's see.
As we welcome
Yeah, he's got second place locked up.
Looking for another
But
gold in
it's
440 on the bar out of Corpus Christi, Texas.
so I definitely would be careful with that leg. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys, I mean, if you had second place locked up and your leg hurt,
We drive that way. 3 white lights.
I know how we are. Say screw it, do whatever we can do, but
Our next
we gotta
lifter, Matt
want to lift the
Quinn.
next day too, you know. I know David's lifting the next day.
452 for Matt. David Ziski on deck with Matt Dispro in the hole. Matt Quinn coming your way
So-
out of Danville, Kentucky.
Bar goes to 451, 205 for Matt Quinn.
Platform's ready for
Matt missed his first attempt because of the command. Didn't hit the start command. So I'm sure he's not going to forget that again. At least I hope not. Yeah, there you go.
Gonna drive that weight. And your judges
Good lift, 2-1.
agree. 2-1 anyhow, we'll take it. Good attempt from Matt.
Bar goes to 485, 220 for David Ziski.
As we're bumping it up now to 485 pounds for David Ziski. Matt Dispro on deck with Ben Moore in the hole. All right, gang, proudly sponsored to you by Max Muscle. Also, Super Training and Swollen Gorilla. Hope you ain't even getting out of line. He's my favorite correction officer. Arrive.
Oh, hello, 500.
As I say, if you blink,
You gotta
miss it.
give it a ride.
For David Diskey.
Gotta give 227 and a half a ride.
Put up to 501 right now for Matt Dispro. Matt's our next lifter with Ben Moore on deck and Mike Cromer in the hole.
Matt Dispro up right now, 501, 227 and a half.
Tells us the platform is ready for Ben Moore.
Matt Dispro.
Lifting out of Kansas City, Missouri.
Matt.
Next two lifters will be at 227 and a half. Matt Dispro right now. We're 1 for 1. Good lift. Ben Moore will be coming up at the same weight.
All right, good attempt. And Dispro. Alan, platform good? Platform is good. We'll keep it right there for 501.
Only a few more lifters left in the second attempt, so we'll be going right into the thirds. Finishing up our last flight in the bench, moving quickly. And the bar is going to hit the floor.
Mike Cromer coming up next with Jeff Frank in the hole. Move that way!
Nope.
Not quite there, a bit out of the groove.
Try to get it again in his third.
All right, Mike Cromer.
Bar goes to 512.
on the bar.
232
Once
for
again,
Mike
it's
Cromer.
bench press, ladies and gentlemen.
Jeff Frank's on deck. T's in the hole, and David Douglas will be 4 out. And then David is the last one, and we'll be starting our third
More
temps.
than a wrestling singlet. And that being the case, Mike Cromer calling for 512 on the bar. All right, Jeff Frank on deck with Deep Papula in the hole. But right now, making some noise for Mike Cromer.
Nope.
Not quite there. Mike will be back, no doubt about that.
Getting a ride. Bar goes to 534, 242 and a half for Jeff Frank.
Looks like Jeff Frank on the platform. Jeff's our next lifter with Team Papula. Team Papula on deck. David Douglas in the hole.
Jeff Frank, 534, 242 and a half.
Coming your way out of Shawnee, Kansas, once again, Jeff Frank. Jeff ready to move some major metal with 535 pounds.
Tita Poole coming up on deck. David Douglas in the hole. And then Matt Moore will be 4 out starting our third attempts. Nope.
Just out of the groove, just a bit, no lift. Jeff will be back, no doubt about that.
245, 540.
T Papula. T calling for 540 pounds on the bar. David Douglas on deck. Then we're back to the third attempt with the top of the order. Matt Moore in the hole.
I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with this guy today. He's just got some display of strength, I tell you.
He started the day squatting well over 800.
And dive bomb squat. I know I've said that a few times, but that's just, you don't see that like with that weight. It's just incredible.
540 pounds, it is Team Papula.
Wow.
Awesome.
Man.
David Douglas going to close out these attempts. We're back to the top of the order with the third attempt. Matt Moore.
Bar goes to 556, 556, 252 for David Douglas.
You know why he's in the maintenance battalion, don't you? Well, you got to change a tire on a helmet. You got your jack right there. Out of Camp Pendleton. Probably part of the big green machine.
Big David Douglas coming up right now.
Beast Nation in the house.
556, 252 keys.
Sergeant Hayden, the Beast Douglas.
Definitely a crowd favorite here today. David hurt his quad on his last squat. Opted on his third, skipped his third squat, came back on his bench, got it easy, but you could tell it was bothering him. Just hard when that leg hurts like that. You don't have that base and that drive. So let's see what he does here. He wants 600, but the weight's not hard. Easy. Weight's easy, just wondering if that drive is going to be there.
Trip today for Beast Nation.
Let's see if he goes for it.
No, that's only the second attempt. Matt Moore is going to begin our third attempts right now. Matt Wiedemer on deck. Luis Vasquez.
Bar comes down to 402, 182.5 for Matt Moore. Matt Moore misses on his second attempt.
Thank you, Miss Kelly.
Gonna come back and get it.
With that song. Nobody has come through with kiss seconds yet.
Oh, that's it.
I think Tiny's just going to blow me off. All right, Matt Moore back at it. Calling for 403 on the bar. Matt Wiedemer on deck. Luis Vasquez in the hole.
Matt Moore missed it on his second attempt. Just came out off the chest and just had nowhere to go. His elbows are already out. Kind of flattened out a little bit on the bottom.
Vancouver, Washington.
I've seen him do this before.
Matt Moore ready to tear it up.
220-pound lifter. There you go. Come on, finish it. Come on, get that. Yes, 2-1. Way to come back and get it. Sometimes just coming back feels good.
Coming up next. We've got Luis Vasquez on deck. Benjamin Binzil in the hole.
Matt Wiedemer's up right now, 413, 187.5. Matt trying to up it a little 10 kilos, 22 pounds there from his last attempt. Luis Vasquez is on deck. Benjamin's in a hole. Third and final attempts of bench here.
All right, man, with 4:14 on the bar, let's you and I move some metal.
No, not today. You got credit at 177.5. Great job, Matt.
Quite there, but he is definitely in the game. No two
Luis Vasquez. Luis needs this.
Vasquez back on the platform.
Luis missed 190 twice on his opener and second. Opted to go up to 192.5, 424.
All right, we've got Benjamin Binzil on deck.
So he needs this to stay in the meet. I hate to see him bomb out in the bench.
All right, gang, here's the deal. My man Luis has got to get this lift to stay in the game. And how he's going to get this lift is you and I are going to make some noise and help him move some metal. Can we do that? Can we do that, friends? Let's get behind my man out of El Paso, Texas. He's representing Sun City Iron. Oh, yeah.
Let's get behind him. He needs this to stay in the meet.
All right, Luis, let's move some metal. Gang, make some noise.
He'll shake you on the way down. I don't know why he No. Why did he go up? He missed.
Right there. Round of applause nonetheless from
I don't
Robert
understand that.
Rodriguez.
I don't know why he went up 2 kilos.
Benjamin Benziel.
There's a reason for it. He did it for a reason.
52 on the bar. Got Robert De La Rosa on deck with Matt Quinn in the hole.
I don't know. Bar goes to 205, 451 for Benjamin. Robert's on deck. Matt's in the hole.
Powerlifting exclusively sponsored by Bonnie Fortis and also Iron Rebel.
After we finish the bench, there'll be a little bit of a break, breaking down the bench. You're getting the deadlift ready. It'll be about a 5-minute-ish break.
52 pounds in the raw bench press.
I'm going to take a break on the mic. I got to take care of some things. If we start, I'm not back. One of my lovely wife will take over the play-by-play until I get back. That's a grinder. Oh.
The pump at the end and 3 red lights.
Great grinder, though. Got credit with a 200, 440.
Hey, Ben's in the game. No two ways about that.
Bar goes at 207.5, 457 for Robert De La Rosa. Matt Quinn on deck. David Ziske in the hole. Ben Moore's 4 out. Coming up to about halfway done. Day 1's bench.
Robert calls for 458 pounds on the bar. All right, gang out of Jacksonville, North Carolina. Robert De La Rosa.
Easy. Good lift.
No two ways about that. 3 white lines.
Bar goes to 210, 363 for Matt Quinn. David Ziske on deck. Ben Moore in the hole. And Mike Cromer is 4 out.
Kentucky lifter is back at it, gang. Let's have a successful 3rd attempt and get behind our guy, Matt Quinn.
Matt Quinn, 463, 210. No. Not today.
Matt's in the game.
Yep, I knew it. 227.5 for David Ziske. That's
with Mike Cromer in the hole.
So I said 227. Got off that bench, smoked that 220. No doubt about it. 227.5. Anything else would be at why 496. Be silly. Just go 501. Break that barrier. Feel good. Breaking the barriers, breaking the barrier. Just get it done. The rest will be easy.
Here's our lifter out of Stockton, California. Trained by Ed Kuhn, CrossFit 209 and probably sponsored by Max Muscle in Stockton. Super training and swollen gorilla.
Here it is.
Give it up good line one more time for David Ziske.
I think it's going to be an easy lift for him, but like I said, sometimes when you just hit that barrier, you just got to break it just to feel confident. Everything looks good. Just missed it. Great. Yeah, great ride. Great ride. Bar stays the same for Ben Moore. Ben misses on his last attempt. I'll take it again. 3rd. Just got kind of halfway up and missed that.
Show us something right now. All right, brother. What you got?
Yoga.
There it is. See if they get him on that. Yep. I thought so. Came down when he got the press call. I saw that from here. I saw it was that was blatant. You could see that one pretty easy. As soon as he got that press call, he sunk into his chest. You can't do that. So Mike Cromer's up right now, 5'12" through 232 and a half. Matt's on deck, Jeff's in a hole. T is 4 out, and then finishing up the round with David Douglas.
Yes, boss. Yes, boss. What's that? Ice cream. Nick found it. Oh, Nick told me to get it. Is he being your sandwich?
On deck, T. Papula in the hole.
Mike Cromer.
Mike got it.
Mike Cromer passed on his third, so this is Matt Disbro right now going for 235, 518. Sorry for that mix-up right there. Mike Cromer was in the order, then he passed, and so they dropped him. So that was Matt Disbro that went, missed. Now we're going to go 242 and a half, 534 for Jeff Frank. T. Popo on deck with David finishing off the bench of today.
When we close out this flight, we're going to have a 5-minute break before the following.
So sorry for the little confusion there. Like I said, it's you don't really know who's up until you go on the board, until I can see who's on the board.
Jeff Frank coming away on a Shawnee.
So for some reason, the person passed up his. Oh. Yeah, he tried to really time that press. That wasn't going to happen. Yeah. I don't know if he was going to get it.
T. Papula, our next lifter. T. calling for 557 on the bar.
Bar gets lowered to 556, 252 and a half for T. Papula.
Once again, gang, at the completion of this flight, we're going to have a 5-minute intermission before we roll into the following flight.
There's only tuna.
T. Papula, insane.
But it's really good. It's
squat today,
albacore.
well over 800 pounds. He's been locked in and dialed on as far as the bench press is concerned. Keeping it all green. 557 pounds in a raw bench press, ladies and gentlemen. T. Papula on the bench. Put your hands together and make some noise.
No. Well, I don't know what T is going to be deadlifting. Oh, and he just pulled his hamstring. Oh, he just came off the bench limping. And that is not a good sign for the deadlift. I don't know if he's just cramped coming off the bench. Because you all know if you're really, really benching, everything tightens up. It's not uncommon to cramp, especially all day long, what he's been doing. But he grabbed it back. I'm hoping he didn't pull anything. If he did, that's going to hurt him coming in a deadlift, especially with David chasing him. If David gets this lift, he makes a good jump coming back on T to bring it down to the deadlift. Because David will pull over 7. I don't know what T is going to do it. Now David's got to get this. If David gets this, He sets himself up good for the deadlift, especially with T just grabbing the back of his thigh like that. So let's just see. Let's just see what happens. Big David Douglas, 600 pounds, raw bench, 272.5. Biggest bench so far. And you gotta remember, he hurt his quad coming out of his last squat. He feels confident. That last bench was good. It was solid. Weight wasn't an issue. It's that base and that drive that's going to make a difference between this 600 or not. No. Just the way that dropped out of his chest, you knew it wasn't going to happen. But great ride. He'll come and get it another day. Okay, that's it for the bench. We're going to be seeing you on the deadlift.
All right, 5-minute break, friends.
5-minute break.